Hey brothers and sisters, Happy New Year. It's 2020, yay, and I'm coming to you on the 23rd of January. And I've had a big rest. I needed it. We've had lots of things happening in our family and my dad hasn't been well. But over this period, even though I had a few quiet weeks where I didn't hear much from the Lord, I also have been given two quite amazing messages that I want to share with you. And they both tie in very much with these end times and the moving towards the time of tribulation and hopefully the time where we will be taken up as the bride of Christ. But brothers and sisters, shall I start first with the first visions that I was given? And this was around the 16th of December. I had two visions one night. And I'm not going to describe the visions, but all I want to say is that the Lord asked me to deny myself something. And I thought, oh, okay, Lord, what do you want me to do this until Christmas? I felt that it was maybe because He wanted me to just focus on Christmas and that this would help me focus. So that was fine. And then 2 days later, I had confirmation, and it was such a strong confirmation that I realized just how serious it was and why He wanted me to do this act of denial. Now, I found with the first thing that I saw that the Lord was asking me to take this time of denial. I'm going to call it a mini fast. To take this time beyond Christmas. And how I knew that was I saw the hands of God with a giant cardboard Christmas tree, and I saw the hands folding this Christmas tree up in a concertina style as if packing it away. And then I heard these words, "Carry this on for my 14th." And when I heard the 14th, all these beautiful sounds of bells appeared around that number when it was said, and I knew that the number was really important. And as you can imagine, I was lying there thinking, what is He meaning? His 14th. For my 14th, He said. And I lay there and I thought about it, and in my heart of hearts I began to realize, I felt within myself He was speaking about the 14th Prime Minister of Israel. And of course I had no idea how many Prime Ministers of Israel there had been since they became a nation. So I knew that it wouldn't be until the morning that I would find this out to see if I was correct in my thinking of what He was asking of me. That He wanted me to do this act of fast until there was a 14th Prime Minister. So brothers and sisters, He woke me up to hear these things at 4:37 in the morning. And after I heard that, I also heard another word, and it was, you don't break a deal. So in other words, You're saying, if you agree to this, you're not to break this deal. Now for further confirmation, in the morning I woke up and I decided to do what I often do when I'm woken up with a word or a vision. I sometimes write down the time if I feel I'm led to. And so I looked up 4:37, and you know what it said? In Greek it means to make a mutual agreement. Wow, was that confirmation that I was not to break a deal and that I was actually making an agreement? And the other thing I looked up was 14, because that number was so important that there was beautiful sounds surrounding it. And that number means, in Hebrew, willingly, consent, obey, and yield. It couldn't be more clear, could it? So brothers and sisters, the only reason I'm sharing this is because I really think this is so important to the Lord, that we pray for the Israeli elections. And I haven't shared with you yet what Wikipedia showed about the number of prime ministers there have been up until Netanyahu. So this is from Wikipedia, and as you can see, it's from 1948 until the present. There have been 12 people who have served as the Prime Minister of Israel, 5 of whom who have served on 2 non-consecutive occasions. Additionally, one person, Yigal Allon, has served solely as an interim Prime Minister. So there you go, everyone. There have been 12 plus the additional person, Yigal Allon, which equals 13. So that means Netanyahu is the 13th Prime Minister, and the next Prime Minister, as long as it's not Netanyahu, will be the 14th. So there you go. I couldn't believe it when I looked at that and realised that actually the next Prime Minister voted in will be the 14th. Amazing, isn't it? Okay, so this is a picture of the Israeli Knesset, their parliament buildings, and brothers and sisters, I just would really appreciate it if any of you feel led to pray for these elections that are coming up, I believe in the beginning of March. But when I look at the candidates that are there, I just can't help feeling that there's been no change, and how is it going to how are things going to be different with these next elections? And I just have a sense in myself that there's going to be some real surprise coming up for us all in regard to who is going to be in Parliament in this coming elections, in this coming term. Now, I just wanted to mention very briefly, and some of you will be aware, that there has been an Israeli Kabbalistic leader who had a prophecy of this very time in history, where he said that there would be 2 Benjamins running for Parliament against each other, and that neither would be able to form a government, and there would be a long standoff before there could be a new government brought in. This has happened. There's Benjamin Gantz and Benjamin Netanyahu running against each other. And the other thing with this prophecy, I believe, was that he predicted that the Jewish Messiah would come shortly afterwards. But brothers and sisters, wouldn't that be amazing? But we are also to be very mindful that this Jewish Messiah, because they haven't recognized Jesus, may be the Antichrist. And what has the Lord been showing us in previous videos that I've just made recently about the Lord bringing Daniel to us and saying that the Panthecta goat is coming, and that he mentioned to us in the second to last video about the who of Daniel coming, and that we need to be prepared. Please go back and watch those videos just to remind yourself. But I believe in my heart of hearts that this is a really important and serious time in history, and that's why I wanted to bring this to you. I know the fast is for me, but I just think all of us, if we can all just get in behind Israel and pray that the Lord's will be done. Who knows who these figures are that need to be in Parliament in this coming term, but the Lord knows, and we just pray that His will be done. So brothers and sisters, I think this video will cut out very shortly, so I'm just going to say bye for now. I'm really looking forward to hearing from you all, and I do have another really important message which I will be bringing to you as soon as I can get the time to make the video. Bye for now.